resistance in case you're not sure exactly where you're at. But mini bands or even the longer bands will do. You know, I can help you modify and give you tips on how to kind of replicate the exercise we're doing. Then you're also going to be needing an exercise ball. It doesn't have to be a ball. This is like a typical Pilates ball. It's a little bit deflated, but that's okay. Or you can always use a pillow, kind of fold it in half. If it's like a full-size pillow or just like a couch throw pillow will do, a stuffed animal, just something that you can press against. So for the first couple exercises that we're going to do is we're just going to start with our little warm-up here. So I'm going to have you stand up, and I think you'll be able to see me here. But we're going to start with some knee hugs, and we're just going to be alternating that, standing nice and tall. So we're not slouching, we're just alternating, hugging our knees up towards our chest, trying to get our muscles nice and warmed up for the workout. Now today's workout will be more of a low impact, so you don't have to worry about jumping around. All right, let's switch that to ankle grabs. So simply just grabbing our ankles, pulling up as high as we can towards our bottom, making sure that we're staying nice and balanced. If you need to hold onto a wall or a chair or a friend as you do that, you absolutely can. All right, very good. Let's switch that over to figure fours. So you're going to cross that leg over and sit down into it, and then alternate to the opposite side. So you're crossing and sitting back. We're taking things nice and slow. We're not going crazy. Really just trying to open up the hips, lengthen those muscles. All right, back and forth. Make sure that you have a good, nice, steady foot before you switch to that opposite side. You might notice one side's easier to do than the other. Maybe in balance, maybe in the flexibility of that hip. All right, we're gonna do one more on this side. Very good. Switching it up to monster walks now. So hands straight up, same foot to same hand. So if you want to walk, get forward, you can. Okay. Just think about like a zombie. All right. So these can also be called zombie walks. And then we're just walking it back and forth. If you can't get quite all the way up towards your hand, that's okay. Just take it to where you're at. Good. I'm going to do one more rotation, hand and back. Very good. Just warming things up. Last one here. All right. Next, we're going to come on down, and we're going to do hip sweepers. So you're going to be sitting on your back like this. You're going to let your knees drop to one side. Get a nice stretch there. Sit it back up and let your knees drop to the opposite side. So nice and slow, really focusing on, again, lengthening, getting good range of motion all the way out and around. Very good. Do a few more here. Now for me, I've always been one to sit on the floor, but I tend to have a favored side. So my left side is really tight compared to my left. So it's really important to always work on your mobility, even though you might feel that you can do everything you need to without issues. All right, last one here. We're gonna come on up and around. Let's see if we'll go this way here for you. You're gonna take a nice big step in. So my left leg is in, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate out my left hand. I'm going to bring the elbow or the hand behind my head, try to get my elbows close to the floor and toward my opposite elbow as I can, and then back out. So you can do it, or you can just keep the hand back there and do it this way. I like to do full rotation. Feels a little bit better. Feel like a little bit farther. Good, keep it going. Very good. Let's do two more here. Nice and wide. Inhale to open up. All right, let's switch it up. So right foot goes up in front, right hand rotates up, Hand behind the head, rotate in, and back out. Very good. You're going to go ahead and inhale. As you open up, make sure that you're looking at that moving hand so that you can get a little bit more rotation. Very good. You do one more here, and then we should be nice and warmed up. All right, so let's go ahead and stand up. So our workouts consist of 4 different rounds. And what we're going to be doing, the first round is a little bit more of a standing. The rest are kind of more on the floor. Again, you don't necessarily need weights for this. We're going to be doing everything with the bands, with the ball, or no weights at all. All right, so everything's going to have 4 exercises per round. We'll do each round twice. All right, so let's go ahead and get going. We're going to start with our split stance deadlift. So what that's going to look like is you're going to place the band on the opposite foot. So my right hand is holding this left band, or my left foot is holding down that band. My right hand is holding it. My back leg has a bend to it. I'm going to stand up. As I come down, I'm bringing my hips closer towards the wall. All right, we're going to do 30 seconds like that, and then we're going to switch it to something else. All right, let's go. So we're going to go ahead and stand up. As we exhale, bring the band down, send our hips back, and we don't necessarily have to worry about counting because everything's going to be 30 seconds per exercise. We want to make sure that we're going a little bit slower than if we were to do more of like a cardio focus. The sole purpose of this workout is to make sure that we're kind of honing in and making sure that the right muscles are working with the exercises. All right, from here, you're going to go ahead and lift up into a squat. So you're kind of bringing your opposite leg. So we have the left foot down. You're going to slide that right foot so it's right at the heel of the left foot. And then what you're going to be doing is you're just going to be doing like a mini squat. So go ahead and get started here while I get my timer started. All right, good. You're going to stand up nice and tall. Just going to drop that down. You're doing that little bit of that mini squat, so it should feel a little bit different than that split stance squat, deadlift. All right, standing up nice and tall. Exhale. Make sure that you're pressing through your heel. That left heel should be pressing down as you stand up. Your glutes should be on fire right now. Exhale to stand up tall. All right, from here, we're going to take it back and let go of that band. You're going to step it back. You're going to go all the way down, all the way back up. All right, here we go. We're going to take it down and up, and down and up. So again, we're really focusing. Everything on that left side is really working for us. You're going to get a little bit of a break here in about 20 seconds. Again, you're going to inhale to come down. Think about exhaling as you come up. Think about that pelvic floor lifting up with you as you exhale and stand up. Last one here. Good. All right, next one here, we're going to go ahead and grab our exercise ball. And what we're going to be doing with this one is you're going to be out in a sumo squat. So your legs are out nice and wide, arms or elbows are sticking out. You're going to squat down. As you come up, you're going to squeeze. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to drop down. Exhale and lift. Exhale and lift. Keep going. Make sure that you're pressing down through your heels. You should be feeling it right in your glutes and in your thighs here as you lift up and press. Notice I'm not standing all the way up. I'm kind of going maybe 3/4 of the way up and then sitting back down into it. Good, one more. And relax. All right, shake it off here. Get some water if you need it. And then we're going to go ahead and switch it to the opposite side. So our right leg is going to be the primary worker here. Then move the ball to the side. Left hand, right foot forward. All right. Make sure that your leg is slightly staggered behind you. Send your hips back. Stand all the way tall. As you stand up tall, make sure you think you're tall this way and not necessarily tall, pushing our hips out. All right? Send those hips back. Good, 10 more seconds. Nice and slow, making sure that we really feel those glutes working. Good. Moving on to the next one. We're sliding that foot up towards the heel. From here, we're doing more of a squat. So it's not so much sending the hips back, but more squatting down into it. So your left toes are there simply for balance, and the majority of that work is still coming from that right leg. You're pressing down. Our glutes are a very large muscle. We need to make sure that they're working for us. A lot of times I see people with pelvic floor issues, and it's because they have weak glutes. All right, move that band aside. Take that step back. We're coming all the way down, all the way back up. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. We're coming down and up. We're doing that split squat. All the way down, all the way up. Most of our work still coming on that right side. Keep your toes nice and spread. That'll really help to maintain your balance. 5 more seconds here. And last one. Very good. Shake it off. We're going to go back to our sumo squats. So grabbing your ball, grabbing your pillow, your stuffed animal, spreading out the legs nice and wide, toes out, dropping down, and squeeze. Good. Think about that pelvic floor. Again, lifting with you as you lift up. Squeeze that ball. Provide that steady overpressure. Make sure that you match your exhale with how much you're pressing through the ball. All right, and relax. First round is done. All right, go ahead and grab some water if you need it. And you're gonna go ahead and do the next one. We're gonna be down on the floor. So what you're gonna be doing for this first one, you bring this down. All right, so this first one, you're gonna be down on the floor. You're gonna have the top leg kind of crossed in front. The bottom leg is gonna stay flexed. You're lifting up, you're coming back down. Okay, so to make this a little bit more interesting, we're gonna add a little bit of the ball here. And you're gonna still do this, except this time you're gonna press and lift. All right, let's get going. In 3, 2, 1, you're gonna exhale, lift up, inhale, come back down. Keep that foot flexed, as it'll help to engage those adductors a little bit more. Make sure that they're staying engaged and working throughout the exercise, strengthening that pelvic floor. Adding that ball press will help to strengthen the lower abdominals that work hand in hand with that pelvic floor as well to help manage pressure. Good. All right. Next one. Still using the ball. You're still having your hand in towards you. This time, as you press down, we're going to lift up. All right. We're going to lift up in 3, 2, 1. Exhale. You're lifting the feet up. Should feel this coming more from that core. Make sure that as you're pressing down and exhaling, that you feel your core, your abdominals coming in nice and tight, that nothing is pooching forward. So nothing should be coming out this way as you do the exercise. Good, last one here. Very good. All right, next exercise that we have you're gonna need your band. All right, you're gonna need the ball, and you're gonna go ahead and lay down on your back. There you go. All right, just like this. And then what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna have the band out in front of you like this. You're gonna exhale, lift up, squeeze the ball as you press out. So this should not be loose enough where you can really stretch it out. It should be more of an isometric hold. So think of it that way as we do this exercise, all right? All right, here, let's get started. So inhale, exhale, press down through your heels, squeeze the ball, separate the hands as you exhale. Inhale, come back down. Think about staying nice, long, lean, and lifted. Really feeling the abdominals working together with that pelvic floor. Making sure that we're doing that bridge as we squeeze the ball and add that extra overpressure from the band. Is allowing gravity to help your pelvic floor out. All right, very good. All right, next one here, we're going to be doing a kneeling hip hinge. So with this one, you're standing up nice and tall like this. You're gonna be bringing your hips back towards the wall here. As you come back to that tall kneeling position, you're gonna squeeze the ball. Again, thinking about someone pulling you from the ponytail up towards the ceiling, making sure that your abs stay nice and tight as you squeeze. All right, let's go ahead and get started. You're going to, again, bring your hips back. Exhale, come back up tall. As you're in this hip hinge position, you should really feel the glutes lengthening and holding you up versus allowing your back to do the work. So even in this position, you should not feel any strain in your back. Exhale to come up tall. Good. 2 more here. And last one. Very good. Okay, we're back to the top of that exercise circuit. So you're down on the side, and we're going to be doing the sideline hip abduction with the ball press. So you're coming here, right leg is on top, left foot is flexed, hand is in towards you. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're lifting that leg up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, come back down. Good. Good. Remember to keep that foot flexed. That allows those adductors to really kick in. Press that ball as you lift your leg. Make sure those tummy muscles are coming in nice and tight, but nothing is pushing forward. All right, next one. Feet together, knees up towards your chest, ball in. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're bringing your feet up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back down. Very good. Exhale, press the ball, lift the feet. It does take some coordination, especially if this is the first time that you're doing anything pelvic floor related, especially considering working with your breath. So this might be one that you need to save for the next time so that you can continue working on it. All right, ball between the knees. You're gonna grab your mini band. We're gonna go ahead and lay back. All right, goes around our hands here. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift, pull apart. Do all the movements. As we exhale, really think about bringing in our abdominals nice and tight, pulling that pelvic floor up towards your head. Making sure that we feel no pressure in our back, no pressure in the pelvic floor, no abdominal coning. Very good. All right, last one for this one is we're gonna go ahead and do the hip hinge here. So standing nice and tall, bringing those hips back. Exhale to come up tall. Make sure that you're feeling it again all in your glutes as you do this exercise. It's not just for your core, it's also for those glutes because they will really help to support everything else so not everything falls on that pelvic floor. Good, one more here. All right, end of round 2. All right, go ahead and get some water again if you need it. The next thing here that you're going to need is you're going to need your ball again, and you'll be needing, I think that's it. Just the ball for this next round. All right, so first set of exercises here is you're going to be doing a bird dog rotation. So you're going to get in that traditional position where you have one arm down, opposite leg is back behind you. So my left leg is going to be back for this demonstration here. You're going to be using the ball here on your right side. You're going to be lifting to get some rotation, and then you're going to come down and press straight down as you exhale. Make sure that your gaze stays down, and then you're not having to look up at me on this camera or on screen. So you're rotating, follow the ball with your eyes, press down. All right, sounds simple enough, right? All right, here we go. So we're going to inhale, rotate, exhale, arms straight down. Rotate and press down. As you press down here, really focus on your lower abdominals, coming in nice and tight. Think about a zipper sensation, as if you were putting on a pair of tight jeans. You should feel the lower abdominals really kicking in here. Very good. All right, we're gonna do a side plank here. So everything's gonna be on the right side for the first go around. You're gonna be in a half or a knees down position plank. You're gonna lift your hips up and then make sure that you're squeezing that ball, thinking about staying nice and tight. What's nice about a side plank is you can keep your hand here to keep you honest. So again, inhale, exhale, really focus on your abs coming in nice, tight, 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 tight. Inhale, come back down. Good. Keep it going. Make sure that your elbow is underneath your shoulder so that you have minimal strain there and you can just focus on your core. Your pelvic floor is being worked on by squeezing that ball. One more here. Good. All right, next one, we've got a hover plank with the ball squeeze. So this one is a little bit more advanced, but what you're going to be doing is the ball's going to be right between your knees, and then all you're going to be doing is as you exhale, you're going to lift your feet, or your knees rather, just a couple inches off the ground before inhaling and coming back down. Now if you're dealing with the diastasis and you're feeling pressure, then please skip this one, or you can just try to do it modified with an elevated surface. But let's go ahead and get started. So you take your inhale, you're going to exhale, so you're going to lift your knees up just a couple inches off the floor, gently set them back down. Focus on thinking about the string from your tailbone, that someone's pulling you up. Everything else stays nice and flat. We're not swaying our hips. We're just going to exhale and lift. Inhale and come back down. Good. All right, next one, we're going to flip it over. So same setup, we're still having our ball here in between our knees. We're going to lift up as we squeeze that ball, come back down. Just gently tap the floor before we're lifting back up. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, and 1. You're going to exhale, squeeze the ball, lift your hips up. Inhale, tap the floor, come right back up as you squeeze. So you should be inhaling, relaxing the glutes as you tap down. Exhale, press through your heels to come back up. Got 10 more seconds here. And then we'll be doing the other side, or the side planks, and the bird dog rotations. And relax. All right, let's switch it over to that left side. Starting off with the bird dog rotation. So we're coming around here. Right leg is back, right hand is down. You're gonna be rotating up with that left arm. All right. Gonna inhale. Look at that ball. Exhale, press straight down. You might get a little crack in the back. That's bonus. It also feels good. Just means that you're opening up a little bit more, getting a little bit more rotation, and your back and your body will thank you for it. All right, let's go down into the side plank. So we're doing left side now. So I'm gonna remember, left side. All right, and we're lifting up. Again, keeping our hands up on our abdominal here, our lower abdominals. Keeping us honest, making sure we're working the right muscles. Squeezing that ball. Next up, we got the hover plank. All right, 5 more seconds.